Miner goes missing at Bosai. PM blames accidents for blackouts. And Tula writes off millions in exploration costs. I'm Enrico Beaufort, and this is Uncut News. Do you see what's happening? Send us a tip on WhatsApp at 592-659-6151. The Chinese-owned Bosai Bauxite Mining Company in Linden has suspended all operations to search for a missing miner who was sucked underground by quicksand along with the bulldozer he was operating in the mines. The miner, Neptune Hercules, had worked at the bauxite industry for over 4 decades and was just months away from retirement. Search efforts have been hampered by the depth of the area where the collapse of the soil took place, and the Ministry of Labour has announced that it will conduct a full investigation into the incident. Also in Linden, off-duty police officer Jermaine Semple was shot multiple times by businessman Fawaz McRae while he was trying to break up a fight at a hangout spot in Amelia's ward. Semple is in critical condition and remains unconscious in the ICU of the Linden Hospital, whilst McRae has been released from the hospital and is currently in police custody. The incident occurred on Sunday night, and Joseph Salazar, Vice President Kamala Harris's Special Advisor for the Western Hemisphere, and Michael Taylor, Deputy Director for the Western Hemisphere Affairs, are currently in Guyana for a 3-day visit. The delegation will meet with government officials, business leaders, and NGOs to discuss issues of governance, security, and prosperity, including food and energy security and the U.S. Caribbean Partnership to address the climate crisis. They will be leaving Guyana tomorrow. The Attorney General has demanded that 8 opposition members of Parliament pay $350,000 each in costs awarded to the respondents by the court after the MPs were suspended for their involvement in the seizure of the Speaker's mace in December 2021. The MPs were ordered to pay the cost by February 6, but have yet to do so. Failure to comply with the demand for payment within 7 days could result in enforcement of the court's order without further notice. Prime Minister Mark Phillips is blaming vehicles crashing into electrical posts as the main reason for the frequent power outages in Guyana. While opposition parliamentarian David Patterson attributed the outages to maintenance and other challenges facing GPL, Phillips cited an increase in vehicle accidents involving utility poles as one of the main reasons behind the increase in power outages. And he also blamed the previous government, i.e. Patterson, for the current state of the electrical grid. The police are currently searching for 2 suspects who robbed several people, including a police corporal at gunpoint at a Chinese restaurant in Georgetown. It was Camboat Restaurant on Sheriff Street. The suspects, one armed with a handgun, used a motorcycle to flee the scene. One victim was shot in the abdomen but is in stable condition. The suspects stole cash, phones, a gold chain, and documents before escaping.
Hey, I'm interrupting this program to let you know that not all truck parts are created equal. Some does work hard without any problems for a long time, while others does make your truck break down quick and got you running your pockets again. Get genuine high-quality parts from Powered Automotive Truck Spares and Engine Parts and extend the life of your repair. They're the authorized dealer in Guyana for Hammer USA products like brake valves, clutch discs, universal bearings, and others. Visit them at 1161 EE Eccles or call them on 697-0171. Powered Automotive, the #1 truck and engine parts store in Guyana. If you didn't know, well, now you know.
Now it's time to tell you about the best price car of the week. Currently on sale is 2020 Toyota Raze. It's almost brand new, and it comes with Toyota safety sense, Bluetooth, mug rims, new tires, TV, CD, LED lighting, fog lamps, fog camera, and much, much more. Buy cars for $6 million. Or pay as low as $1.2 million down with around $160,000 monthly for 5 years, and it is yours. Call or WhatsApp 662-0844 for more info. Visit their showrooms at Lot 171 Peter Street, Queenstown, or Lot 2 Lamar Street, and America sent you for this sweet deal. Tired of waiting on hold, tracking down a delivery driver, or carrying cash for your food orders? GT Eat is here to make your life easier. Guyana's first cashless food ordering and delivery app. Choose from Georgetown's top restaurants, pay securely with your card, and get your food delivered right to your doorstep. With the convenience of being able to order from your phone and the added feature of tracking your order, GT Eats is the ultimate solution for all your food needs. Download the app on Apple and Android stores and start ordering the easy way today. Guyana has received a donation of 4,000 Paxlovid pills from the United States. The health minister said the meds are a welcome addition to the nation's resources as it marks its 3rd Rona anniversary. That was back March the 11th. Fortunately, Rona cases across the nation are dwindling, with only 13 active cases and no critically ill patients in the Rona View Hotel in the Linden. According to official statistics provided by the Ministry of Health, there has not been a huge spike in infections this year. Additionally, the health minister has reported that the number of infections is at its lowest level seen thus far. So, good for us. What's not good for us is the fact that the Parliamentary Committee on Natural Resources has only met once since its establishment in the 12th Parliament, raising questions as the oil and gas sector rapidly expands. The committee is chaired by Natural Resources Minister Vikram Bharat and has members from both the government and opposition sides. Bharat was unavailable for comment, but has promised to speak to Starbreak News upon his return from a trip he's currently on. The Men on Mission group, founded by the president, will use a portion of its $500 million government subvention to construct at least 50 homes for vulnerable groups, including the elderly, single parents, persons with disabilities, and victims of natural disasters. The group plans to ensure equity in the distribution of homes and their quality and durability. The missions program for 2023 will focus on 5 areas: male behavior change, mental health, environmental transformation, capacity building for emergency relief efforts, and rehabilitation. Now for today's oil update. According to Rystad Energy, offshore development activities are set to surge globally, with annual greenfield capital expenditure expected to break the US $100 billion threshold this year. Guyana's offshore Starbreak block will take up US $7 billion of that pool, and offshore activity is expected to account for 68% of all sanctioned conventional hydrocarbons this year and the next worldwide. The Middle East leads the list with mega investments into mammoth projects in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE, followed closely by South America with, of course, us, Guyana, and Brazil. Offshore rigs, vessels, subsea, and floating production, storage, and offloading activity are all set to flourish in the coming years. Tullow Oil and its partners have written off $97.7 million in exploration costs related to the Kanaku and Orunduk blocks offshore Ghana. The Kanaku block write-off was $75.3 million, while the Orunduk block write-off was $22.4 million. The Kanaku block license is expected to come to a natural end in May of this year, and the partners are expected to relinquish the block to the government. The partners in the Orunduk block are currently in the second license phase and are expected to drill at least one light oil Cretaceous target in the next 12 to 18 months. And finally, since 2015, Guyana has earned over 720 billion Guyana dollars, which translates to about $3.45 billion from ExxonMobil's 2 offshore production vessels. Royalties and profit oil earnings from the Liza Destiny and the Liza Unity vessels to date stands at 455 billion Guyana dollars. The passage of the Local Content Act has secured over 147.7 billion Guyana dollars worth of in-country spending for 2022.
You can multiply your cash by selling Digicel Top-Up. This is a legit way you can earn some extra money at your business or to supplement your current hustle. Become a top-up vendor quick and easy by linking with Cellular Plus. Call them on telephone number 685-3109 for more info. Robbery season might be over, but the streets are still mean. That's why you need to get security for your home or business with Sheriff Security. Sheriff Security has well-trained guards, armed and unarmed patrol, Marine Patrol, K-9 services. They speed even our drones. Why? Because your security is their highest priority. You've seen the rest. Now hire the best. Hire Sheriff Security Service today.
Now for our Uncut News Viewers Poll question of the day. Every day we pose a question about current events in Ghana, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it relates to us. On Friday I asked, do you think the oil industry is affecting the fishing industry, or is it something else?
But before we get to that, I'm proud to announce our latest addition to the Noble Army, Richard Singh, who is supporting us at the reporter level, the highest level of monthly support we've received so far. So thank you, Richard Singh. And also a special thank you to David Griffith, Dion Nascimento, Project Zero, and Dimitri V. I appreciate you all. And if you're watching at home and you'd like to support our movement, just hit the link in the video description.
Prince Andre believes that the oil industry is the main cause of the decline in the fishing market, because just before the Starbreak block and beyond, there was different fishing channels you could get through. Now, it's forcing fresh fish schools to relocate, and no fishing vessels can go within the vicinity of the drillship nor the FPSO before being diverted by the GDF Coast Guard. Prince Andre, are you a fisherman by chance? If so, would you like to tell us a little bit more about your experience? If so, please do get in contact with us. You already know the phone number. Now for tonight's question. It's been over 3 years since the Rona hit Guyana. How do you feel about this? Are you tired of the pandemic? Do you even still believe it's around? Or, well, what's your thoughts on it? Try not to get too controversial, because remember, this is YouTube and you don't want to get banned. Ha! Anyway, think about that question and tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in our next episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight, and check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Rico Bulford saying good night, folks.